Hello, everyone. Oops. How are you guys doing? This is Laleh Hэнkok, and I was just looking at my life and exploring this last 4 days of my life in DC. Some of you guys may not know, but Dr. Dane here came to DC and was doing a Symphony of Possibilities class. And this is I don't even know how many of these classes I've taken before, maybe my 8th. And it's amazing how each one kind of gives you different awareness about you and also opens up so many areas that maybe you haven't been willing to actually look at, explore, and turn things around. And I realized in these last few days, truly, the joy that I actually have about living, the celebration of living. Hi, guys. And it's funny because if you know me, most people know me as a very happy person. And yet, one thing I discovered is that there's a level of joy and excitement and enthusiasm that I have about life, living, about creation, about business, about money, about relationships. It's just that I don't even know I had ever told myself or even acknowledged before. And how so many of us, look at kids. I was playing with Aurora today, Daria's daughter. She's like 1.5 years old, and she's willing to be demanding. She's willing to have all the attention. She's willing to let us know without words what she requires. And as kids, we have that. Hi. We have that. We're willing to be that, and we're so excited. We want to share with our parents and with the world. Everything is possible. And we have these energies, we are full of energy, we're ready to blow up the world and just show the whole world how exciting it can be to be on this planet and the animals and other people. And as kids, we don't care who you are, we don't care what you look like, we don't care your religion, we don't care your color. We want to play. We want to play with you, whoever you are, even if you're not our age. And yet somewhere along the way, we really buy into the lies of our parents' lives, their problems, their finances, their way of creation, their limitations and lacks. And we start to mimic it. We literally become mini me's of our families. And I'm a parent, and I'm not saying I didn't do that with my kids. My kids are amazing. And every day I'm looking at ways to what else is possible in parenting and as a kid for my mom and my family. And so it's not like a destination. It's not like you get to a place and poof, everything's going to be perfect for you. No, unfortunately or fortunately, life is not meant that way. Every day is a new day, and the next day you can start fresh if you allow it. And one of the things that I discovered is the last 9 months have been really weird and funky and amazing, and some of the greatest awarenesses, and also some of the awarenesses of what the hell am I doing, And just this weekend opened so much. The castle in Italy and Rome facilitators really opened a lot of doors to questions I've been asking the last 3 to 6 months. And one of the things I realized is most of us also live by the lie that our dreams are possible if certain things, actions happen. But actually, what if it's not true? What if nothing is a dream? But the minute you perceive something, you have this enthusiasm, excitement about something. What if you no longer had it as a dream and this thing you can't even touch? But it's actually the creation. It's actually the molecules of consciousness of what actually wants to be part of your life with you. And it probably came because you asked. It's not going to show up. Those awarenesses will not show up unless you've asked. And you might have asked when you were 2 years old. You might have asked yesterday. It doesn't matter when. When you're willing to receive those awarenesses, they're going to come to you. And what if every single one of them can become a reality if you desire it? And I got the pleasure of hosting Dr. Dane, and I got to watch what he was willing to be. He was on TV. He was on DC Fox News yesterday, and I was so excited because his willingness to come to DC, his willingness to be himself, his willingness not to like hold back because he's coming to a very conservative place that does things in a conservative way, actually allowed DC to have possibilities that probably would have never existed before him coming. Like today, I was telling him, I'm like, the buildings are more beautiful. Like in the last 4 or 5 days you've been in town, the buildings are more beautiful because it's shined, like consciousness is shining on it in such a different way. And DC is one of those places where there's a lot of action between the president and all the political people, but it actually is the hub for all these not-for-profits around the world. It's a hub for the World Bank. It's this hub of so many things in this world that are stressful, that are like automated technologies. They are these places that make you stop being you, and you have to do it their way. And the freedom and the energy that came from it the last few days, I have no words for it. My words will never be able to express the gratitude for the changes that I perceive, that I'm aware of. And truly, we'll never know, because it's not about definition in words. We'll never know the impact of the symphony of possibilities that came to DC. But what I realized is all the lies I've been living. It's funny now. Sorry if I'm choking in your ears. But I realized the lies of anything that isn't me. I've been living my life as if everything's me, and it's not. And I've realized in so many ways how many of us truly are being ourselves every day. I know life can be fun. I know life can be easy. And it's funny, I told Gary Douglas this last summer. I was like, life is easy. I don't have problems. I don't have the problems most people have. But I realize in trying to be a conduit, an invitation for others to know so much more is possible, somewhere I lost myself. Somewhere I got more that their world was more important than mine. And now I recognize I'm willing to be the only happy person on the planet. Which I hope you guys, I know there's a lot of happy people out there, so you'll join me and you'll create your own happiness, your own joy, your own possibilities. It's not about doing it my way. And that was the thing. There's a gift I also have with creation, with businesses, with bodies, with money that I've been toning down. I've been toning it down because most people can't receive it. But what I did is I bought the lies of the tone down is actually what I needed to be so I can influence, so that I could be an inspiration. And I wonder how many of you guys are toning down your whatever that is, your ease, your joy, your ability to be you. No one else can be. No one else can duplicate. It's impossible. But how many of us try to duplicate other people, the way they create, the way they have their finances, the way that they, even their joy. And if you aren't trying to, it's not cognitive. Sometimes this is just happening so naturally that we don't even recognize it. But I realized I am willing to have a level of joy that seems impossible on this planet. I'm willing to be beyond this reality. And most of my creations and most of the things that I bring into the world are beyond this reality. And I've started to actually acknowledge them more and more. But what I realize is how many of us don't even recognize we're living a small life. We're living a world to match the culture of our town, our neighbors, our country, our religion. And I never thought I really had that, because it hasn't been something that I thought cognitively, but yet I've recognized in groups of people that I think are conscious and creating greater for the world, there has been something around friends and family where it's almost like I do it subconsciously. I do it in this unaware state where I tone me down. So what lies are you buying to tone you down? If you're toning yourself down, you might not be. If you're not, hooray, how does it get better? But if you are, what is that area that you're judging so much in your life? Most people, it's their bodies. They complain to me. It's their businesses. It's their relationship. It's their money. But most of what we think is the wrongness is actually where we have some of the greatest capacities and abilities. So I wonder, like, if really money has been the issue for you, what power and potency, what capacities and abilities do you have? And how much are you buying the lies of what money needs to be and the lies of what money even is? Money's here because we require it on this planet for you to be able to be an inspiration, for you to be able to actually have a business that's going to grow and be able to serve people, assist people, contribute to people. You need to have money. If the business doesn't have money, you're not going to be able to do anything of what you're asking for. So everywhere you thought you had to be selfish to have money and you didn't want to be selfish, what if your willingness to actually be selfish, the honoring of you, making you priority, will inspire millions to step up. Millions. Dr. Dane here was telling me a story yesterday in class about this person who is the cleaning lady. And, you know, he's such a gift and he's such a contribution. He's always like, he's got this generosity. It's not just about money. His generosity of spirit is like in so many ways, energetically, physically, you know, monetarily, every way possible. And he gave the maid $20. And it rocked her world. She said, now I have the ability to actually have transportation to go home. Like, we don't realize there is something we can contribute to people. And sometimes it is the money. It's not always the money. But something you, as the uniqueness of you, can contribute that will blow up all the limitations and lacks and the lies in someone else's world. And sometimes it is money. And most of us think, oh, consciousness and money don't go along. No, no, no. Consciousness includes everything with no point of view. It includes money. And money was never meant to be this thing to use against each other. It really was there to change realities, to create and expand greater on the planet, to allow for more resources. So I can't force you to have more money. That's your choice. But what if money is not as bad as you've made it out to be? And what if you actually have a gift with money, with possibilities that is beyond what you've ever acknowledged? And, you know, it's so funny. My new campaign is I am ready to be the richest woman on the planet. And I want to know who else wants to join me. Who else is willing to outcreate all the bullshit, outcreate the limitations and the lies that we have each bought, and be willing to actually stand up and be us. You don't have to be the richest person in the world, but what is it to be you? With me, I love life. I love celebration of living. I love a beautiful car to drive around. I do love the best things in the world, and they include things that don't cost a lot of money, things that don't even cost any money. And I also am willing to have the money so I can be that contribution to things that do require money in this world. You know, I know I've shared with you guys, yay, Vani's with me, yay, how does it get better? Like, I just wonder if you just asked yourselves, if money just came to me, just kept coming into my life, what else would I be able to contribute to in the world that I haven't even acknowledged? What would that be? So many people are willing to create for whatever they require right now. But that actually is not the way money wants to come to you. Money doesn't want to come to you paycheck by paycheck. Money would like you to demand of you to what you'd like your life to be like in 5 years, 10 years, 50 years. And if you're willing, have all of that money show up today. I know some of you are like, ah! I know, I put it out there. I gave you whatever that might be in your world. But money is not meant to be the enemy, and money is not the creator. You are. And the minute you make money significant, you live in this world of lack and limitation and the lies. The minute you make money significant instead of your playmate, instead of your, I just want to have some fun, let's go play money, you then have to abide by the rules of this reality. And guess what, my friends? Rules of having fun with money is beyond this reality. It has no rules. The only rule is you have to ask and be willing to receive. So I'd like to invite you guys to the next Symphony of Possibilities class. It's audio live and live in Tokyo. And there's a bunch coming up later in the year too. That's one. Truly, what else is possible? And then, what do you know about money you've been refusing to know about money and acknowledge about money? That if you didn't refuse it, would expand the whole universe and open up more possibilities than you can ever imagine. I wonder. So, there's something I know about money and something I know now about possibilities of being with money and wealth that I would love to play with people, to share it, but to create it together for a whole new world of possibilities with money. And on the 4th, I'm kickstarting a How to Become Money workbook. It's going to be 13 days back to back. You don't have to be on live for all of them or any of them if you don't want to. It'll be on video and audio. And we're going to go through this amazing book of how to become money. And I've got some ideas about some things that are going to come and be part of our creation. And I'm not giving it away. That's going to be my little surprise for whoever comes to play. And all I know is that I've been playing with this book the last 2 weeks, 2 of the questions, and I have generated and actualized money beyond what I even imagined. And I realized all the places in the last few months, whatever lies I was buying, they're gone. So if you're ready, you may not know what you're ready for. That's cool. If you're ready to be part of an energy of something beyond words and something that invites you to something greater, don't know what, but just something different, then come play with me. We have it in a couple of languages, but language is going to be based on demand. The key here is English. And if English doesn't work, then there needs to be some demand and we'll get some other languages. We do have Russian. We could have Hebrew and German if we get the demand. So I'll put it out there to all my friends. Well, you're all my friends, whether I know you or not, okay? What can we together generate, create, and actualize that has never existed on this planet? And what if it can look so different than what you've ever imagined? So if that would be fun for you, come play. And if not, I adore you all. Thank you for being you. And if anything, please, what lies, okay, whose lies and what lies are you using to create your life? I wonder. And if you were willing to be you, What else would be possible beyond what has ever existed? This whole being you thing, yeah, it's pretty cool. Every day I'm discovering something new. So what is that for you? What are your gifts, talents, capacities that you take for granted and could be a gift to the whole planet? Have fun with that, my friends. I gotta run. I gotta go to my next meeting. Hope you guys are all well, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.